Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Pseudo's Crochet More. This is your host Crystal. Today I'm just going to talk about some Christmas past traditions, current traditions, seeing what you guys had done, what you do for your Christmas traditions, whether it's now, in the past, when you were a kid, younger. So I'm drinking some apple cider. My husband picked this up when he went shopping in one of my mugs. It says, "Go away, I'm counting." This is available on my website if you want to get one. I think I have it on other things too, but I love the coffee cup. It's a big one. So when I was growing up, Christmas, we usually did the decorating of the tree shortly after Thanksgiving, but it was always up by the 1st of December. And then we would go Christmas Eve. My parents would put out the presents. We would go to church. We'd come back after Christmas Eve service and open presents. When we were really young, on Christmas Day, we would go to my aunt and uncle's house and gather for Christmas at their place. And as the family started getting bigger on both sides, that stopped. And then it was just going to Christmas Eve service, coming home, unwrapping. Sometimes it was before we left or when we got back. And then, of course, everybody starts doing different things as they get older. And then I met my husband. And that first Christmas, that was a crazy first Christmas. If I remember correctly, I went to Christmas Eve service, and then had to go to his step grandparents' house, his stepdad's parents' house, and we would gather there for a few hours, and then we would head back home. Nowadays, it's just spending time with family. Now that I'm back in Texas, it's just me, my husband, our 2 little girls, which I've been putting shorts out lately of them doing their advent calendar treat. Can't really get a reaction out of them. They eat it, it's good. They spit it out, it's bad. They haven't spit one out yet. The first day my AM staff did actually try to swallow hers whole. And I had to watch her because she was bringing it back up so she could chew it and get it back down. But I've been putting those on daily. A few years ago, before we moved to Virginia, and we had to put down, our okay, I'm gonna take a sip of this first. It's going to be hot, but I need a sip. Oh, that's good. He picked out some good apple cider. So, there's canyons near us. There's the Palo Duro canyons, and then there's another set of canyons that have wild buffalo that roam. And the first time we went to the Palo Duro canyons, which is up near Amarillo, Texas, I was scared because they've got a road that basically just goes along the edge of the mountain, the canyon. And you really have to be careful because it is a 2-lane road, but it's very, very tight going through there. And we walked around the park. It was a beautiful day. No snow. I would say in like the 60s, but very windy. Being in this side of Texas, it's very windy over here. Now, since my father-in-law passed away, it's me, my husband, the girls, my mother-in-law, and my nephew Michael, who's been with us for 19 years next year. Can't believe it's been that long. He moved in with us in 2006. So, was it 2006? 2005. No, 2006. My brain's not, yeah. My brain's not braining right this minute. I just want to get, you'll notice that the video that was done yesterday, I'm wearing the same shirt because I just filmed this later, so I knew I had it done. I am planning on having a second video come out today, later, with the tutorial for my sunburst pattern, but right now it's Christmas. There's been years that we go around looking at lights. We haven't done that in a couple of years, probably since, yeah, at least 2 years, because we didn't drive around in Virginia looking at lights. If we saw them, we saw them. We didn't go specifically to like certain neighborhoods that, you know, a lot of people decorate for. We've been keeping an eye on the areas near us that are decorated, that advertise like this community's, you know, come through here, see the lights. I'm gonna try to sit back. I feel like I'm always right up on that camera. And then down here, I don't think everywhere, I could be wrong, if this happens on Christmas, does your area do fireworks? Because they do here. I don't know how bad it's gonna be when this year my husband got some calming treats for our girls, because when we were in Virginia the first year for the 4th of July, holy cow, my AM staff tried to go under, well, she did. She didn't try, she did. She went underneath our bed frame. And we have one of those where you don't need a box spring. So she was right underneath the mattress. We had to get treats to get her out from under there. And I really don't want to do that for this Christmas. No, thank you. And it'll happen again on New Year's. And it happens like several days after that, too. They just keep blowing them off till they're done. I'm really surprised I haven't seen a lot of fireworks stands open yet. Maybe the closer it gets to Christmas. I mean, it is only 21, it'll be 21 days when you guys see this that Christmas is. I usually drink hot chocolate, but for some reason this eye, my right eye, if I have too much caffeine in my system now, it starts twitching. I can't physically see it, but I can feel it. It's weird. Because I tried to see if somebody else could see it, like my husband, if they were looking at me and it was doing it, but I couldn't see it yesterday and it was driving me nuts. I did not, it kind of keeps me up at night if it happens right when I'm trying to go to bed, because I do go to bed early so I can get up for work the next morning. But I'm hoping it starts to settle down, because that's a weird feeling, your eye twitching. If anybody's ever had that happen, let me know what you did to get rid of it, because I know there's a lot of factors that can cause it. Stress, apparently excessive caffeine, a vitamin deficiency. I'm just going to deal with it right now. It's only one eye. It was both eyes, I'd have to go see somebody, but right now it's just the one. So let me see. My husband will probably, he said he was going to double smoke our ham this year. I don't know. We got a ham when we got our turkey. If you bought the ham, you got the turkey for free, if you up to 12 pounds for Thanksgiving. They only did that like one a week. We were going to do it again, but when we went back, that deal was no longer there. So, and I don't know what we're going to do about our, you know, I know he likes his smoker and having his meat cooked on a grill, which I think it tastes better that way too, but I don't know about this double smoked. If anybody's ever had double smoked ham, let me know in the comment section. How did you like it? Was it good? Was it better than putting it in the oven? Because we usually just stick it in the oven and he does his own glaze on it, but the temperatures have been relatively nice during the daytime here and in the 30s at night. So my sinuses are driving me nuts. I'm trying to think. In the coming year, I'm gonna plan on keeping what I've been doing. If there's something that you guys would like to see me do that I don't do, I know I don't do lives right now, but that's kind of a hit or miss on when I would be able to do them, because when my husband's home, he's right behind me. I've said this in several videos. He's right behind me. And he's either playing COD or he's working. And I don't know. I'll see about doing that maybe next year. I'll start doing one live. Maybe with me and him on it. I don't know. I did start the the pattern from the hooks and needles, my first hexagon. I tried doing it with the other color first, and that is so splitty. I actually had to go up to a 5.5 hook. I could not use the 5mm hook they sent me. Every time I tried to do the pattern, the yarn got stuck because it was splitting. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go up a hook size because 5's not doing it. So now I have to make 4 more of this color. And this is kind of messy, but I'm sorry. And 2 of this color. I don't know how well that's going to look. It's called Dusty Rose. It is pretty. It is like a dusty rose color, because I've had that color. Everybody's shading on it's different, but so if you haven't guessed, I'm doing show ya. I'm hoping to have it finished by the time my next box gets here. The bag. It's a pretty simple recipe. Recipe. It's a pretty simple recipe. It's a pretty simple pattern once you get the first one done. And then I just have to go back to the instructions to know how to connect them all together to make that. There is a recipe in this book, though. It's hot chocolate. I know I showed you guys this before, but there we go. Hot chocolate recipe. From scratch hot chocolate. Put vanilla, milk substitute, sugar, or to taste, a pinch of salt, and the cocoa powder. I can't wait to see what next month's is, because of being Christmas. I'm hoping that maybe they do something Christmassy themed. And I may just do the easy pattern next month, because this one's considered the advanced. The one I did before, the crossbody bag, was the intermediate. So maybe I'll do the beginner and see how it goes. I'm going to have to try to get more videos done leading up to Christmas, because I have to take my mother-in-law to the eye doctor on the 19th. She's got cataract and really bad in one eye and starting to get bad in the other eye. She finally got an appointment to go talk to the doctor who's going to do the surgery, and then she has to schedule the surgery. So it's going to be crazy. I will do my best to keep going with the Vlogmases. I'm not sure exactly what I've seen. Some people. This is my first year doing videos during December, because last year I pretty much took a break once my mother-in-law moved in and we lost my father-in-law. So I see some people doing like Christmassy things. I know I showed you guys this. Maybe I will I know it's a pattern from a book, but I did change it slightly, so could be technically my own pattern, to be honest. Because it doesn't tell you when to change color, how to add this, and this here, I used gold or sun gold for the base, which is fine, but it doesn't tell you how or when you should excuse me, add the white or whatever color you want for the outside part. You can use any color for the inside for like the cold, like the water part. And once I do get the glue that I ordered to put the buttons on, I'll show you how it looks once the buttons are put on there. I can give you a kind of a basic tutorial. I keep trying to fix it to this, but it's supposed to be this way. Because when I counted, I didn't take into effect where this would wind up being. So when I did this, I did it halfway through the stitches, and it wound up being basically too soon. I need to go over like 3 or 4 more stitches to make the loop to hang it. So there's that. That's the only thing Christmassy that I have going on right now. I've kind of burnt myself out making a whole bunch of stuff for Christmas, because the very first Christmas I finally learned how to crochet, and that was thanks to Jada and Stitches, Cinnamon Stitches, and Crystal over at Bago Day. I was like so frustrated, and I don't even know how I learned it, who I learned it from, but it was the Tunisian crochet, and it was Tunisian crochet that I really picked up at first, because I made scarves for my brother and my sisters, my brother's spouse, and my parents, my in-laws from my husband, my mother-in-law, her husband, did I make them scarves? I don't remember if I did. My stepmother-in-law and my father-in-law, I don't remember. And then my nieces and nephews, not the great nieces and nephews, because I have too many to count for that. I just suffered the next year, because then the next year I'm like, oh cool, I got this down. And I made every single one of them blankets. Every single one. Now, I didn't start that till way after January, when I got the idea to do this for their Christmas gifts. I had to check around to see what their favorite colors were. I had to make sure I wrote down their name, basically gauging on how old they were at the time, how big I should make the blanket. If they were babies, of course, I made baby blankets. Some of them got more than one blanket, because I made a baby blanket for my nephew, and then he got another blanket at Christmas time, and then I made the parents' blankets with all their kids' favorite colors in them. And it took me over a year to do that. Now, granted, I have 2 older sisters and older brother. My parents, I just made them one blanket. I think my mom brings it out when it gets super cold. And then I made my eldest sister a blanket with her kids' favorite colors on it. I made my second oldest sister, my other sister, a blanket with all their favorite colors. And then my niece, my oldest niece, she has 2 kids, made them 2 blankets, her a blanket. And then my nephew, who had 8 kids at the time, or 7. I can't even remember now. I made every one of them blankets, plus the parents, one blanket with all their colors in it, and I did the corner to corner on that one. That was a fun blanket to make. I still use that quite frequently, actually, to make blankets, scarves. I have not learned how to do the hat. I know Bag O' Day, Crystal at Bag O' Day has a pattern for the corner to corner hat. I just haven't had the patience to sit there and watch that video. And it goes on. I mean, I finally finished my stepmother-in-law and my father-in-law's blankets, and then he passed away. So I have his blanket, and we have her blanket. She doesn't use it that much because I made it with the slippery yarn, the Caron Simply Soft. Go figure. But it was a nice blanket, and I was trying to get it done because it was after she had had her stroke, and we didn't know if she was going to be with us much longer. So my husband's like, hurry up and make her a blanket already, because I was going through the family. I did my oldest sister's first, worked my way down, and then I did the oldest niece or nephew first, worked my way down, and then it was like, oh my gosh. So I'm taking it easy this year, but if I do make anything else Christmas related, I will let you guys know. Yeah, I think that is gonna be it for this video. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed and you like my content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe and then the notification bell, so you're always aware of when I put out new content, with the hooks and needles and the Universal Yums box coming within the next week or so. There'll be videos with me and my husband again. Well, one video. I don't know. He's talking about breaking that video down. We'll see. Because he just wants to get it done over with. He doesn't want to have to come back to it. If you haven't seen our Advent calendar reaction stuff, check that out. It's hilarious. I posted that on Sunday. I need a drink. Okay. So keep a lookout for that. I may be starting another channel for something called Pseudo Tries. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure. My hair's just going all over the place now. How that's gonna go, but and again, I am gonna try to get the tutorial out later today. It probably will be after I'm done working, but look out for that. And Thursday, I don't know what we're going to talk about just yet. What I might show you guys. Friday, I am expecting my Amazon order with part of it. One of the items got shipped separately, so that won't be here till the following week to show you guys. But alright, well, I hope you all stay safe and stay crafty. Have a good one. Bye-bye.